everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Makeup by Mackenzie and I am Mackenzie, obviously. Today on my channel we are celebrating Pride Month. So as you may know, June is Pride Month, and actually I'm going to be marching in a Pride parade tomorrow. I have been an ally of the LGBTQ community for as long as I knew what that meant. People who are not in that community tend to go to Pride just simply because it's fun or it's the cool hip thing to do. When really Pride is meant to be a celebration of the people who are in that community, the rights that they have achieved so far, but then also bringing about awareness and activism for the rights they have yet to achieve. And I don't think that it's appropriate for people who are not members of that community to kind of take it on for themselves. It's not about me, it's about other people, but that doesn't mean we can't be allies. In fact, allies have their own flag, and this look is inspired by that flag. This look is for allies who want to celebrate, but want to be aware that Pride is not for me. It is my job to be here to support you, stand by your side, tell you that you are loved and accepted, and to be an activist with you, to share my voice, to help you get your voice. That is the point of an ally. It's not just to sit by the sidelines and collect beads. So this look is inspired by the ally flag, and it's a little bit ambitious. I have been doing a lot of cut creases lately, so today I'm going to be doing a rainbow double cut crease. So without any further ado, let's play with some makeup, shall we? I feel like I always start off my videos with being that like I'm nervous about this look. I don't do a whole lot of ambitious looks, but I've been really trying to push myself for this channel. So this should be interesting. I'm actually gonna take off my watch because it's bothering me. And I'm pretty sure I have every single brush in my collection on my table here right now, because I don't know what brushes I'm gonna need. So cut creases are interesting for me because I have big eyes, I have hooded eyes, and I don't have a whole lot of space between my crease and between my eyebrow. Now this one is a double cut crease, which should be interesting, and it may or may not work out, but we will see. So I'm going to be starting by laying down a base. My face is already primed, my eyes are not, and I'm not putting on any foundation until after my eyes are pretty much done, for obvious reasons, I think. But in case there's any fallout, in case I mess up and need to like completely start over, I don't have to worry about, you know, doing my entire face over. For my base, I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Concealer. I'm just taking a fluffy brush, and that's gonna go all over my lid space. And that's gonna give us a nice matte base. And I'm gonna extend it out past my eyebrow as well, because that's, you know, my cut crease is gonna go out past my eyebrow. And I'm going all the way up to my eyebrows with it and into the inner corner as well. And now I'm just taking a loose translucent setting powder and very lightly setting my eyes with it. Don't want to go too heavy with this, but just enough so that the concealer doesn't get all creasy, which is especially important for hooded eyes. You know, you don't want that to transfer too much. Let me give you kind of a basic roadmap for this look. The top of the cut crease is going to be the warmer colors, so like the yellow, orange, red part of the rainbow. The bottom is going to be the cooler colors, so the green, blue, and purple parts of the rainbow. The middle, in a traditional rainbow cut crease, a lot of times people leave the middle, the lid part blank, which looks really cool. The middle part is the lid part is actually going to be black and white. So that should be interesting. So let's try it, shall we? So I'm just taking a really small flat brush, and I'm dipping into the Morphe 35B palette, which is that really colorful palette that we used last week. Yeah, last week. So that one. And I'm going into this yellow shade, and I'm using this to start charting and mapping out where I want my cut crease to go, which is going to be above my natural crease. So for this, when I look at myself straight in the mirror, my crease is there, right there. And so I want my crease to be slightly above that. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to use a handheld mirror so that I can look at myself straight in the straight instead of down. So the yellow is gonna be the inner corner part of my crease. So I'm not doing much blending, I'm really just charting the course here. So now I'm taking that exact same brush and I'm dipping into this orange shade right there. And that, I'm doing the exact same thing, just continuing to chart the course here. I'm taking that exact same brush again, and I'm going into the red right here. And then I'm gonna start to wing out the red part. So it's going up past my brow. I'm taking that exact same brush again and I'm going into the bright pink shade, and that's what we're going to finish off the tail of our wing here with. Okay, there we go. So now I'm just going to start blending those colors upwards. So I'm just taking a smallish fluffy brush and I'm going into the yellow again. And I'm trying not to go below the line because that will help me make sure I know where I want my cut crease to be. So I'm just blending upwards. But I'm gonna get that yellow like really into this inner corner area, kind of going into the bridge of my nose because I want to make sure that the yellow is going to show up. Alright, so I'm taking that same brush and I'm dipping into the orange again. And because I have such limited space between my crease and my brow, this is pretty much going to be touching my brows. So if you are in a similar situation, don't be afraid to let it touch your brow. And I'm really, doing these really short blending motions, back and forth motions in that space between the yellow and the orange to make sure that they're gonna be nice and blended. This is one of those looks where you really do want to take your time and make sure that you've got your look nice and blended. This has got to be a look to do when you have plenty of time. Again, same brush, going into the red. So I think the key with this is to, one, take your time, be patient with yourself, and start with a little bit of color and build up. With this palette, a little bit of color goes a long way. So don't pack on the color because it's easier to add color than it is to remove color. So start with a little bit and then just incrementally add more color, little by little, and that will help you get this kind of seamless blend here. Okay, so because this part on the end here is a little bit thin, I'm gonna go in with a thinner, fluffy brush. So just this one's kind of pointed. So I'm just gonna use that for this pink on the end here. Because really all I'm doing is just adding a teeny bit. I do want it to be pointy. So I'm dipping really quick into my Morphe 35O palette. There we go. Which it's dirty, I apologize. So I'm just going to dip into this burnt orange shade right here. I'm gonna use a little bit of that just to deepen up right along the crease so that this look has a little bit of depth to it. And then to deepen up the red portion, I'm going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm taking the shade Venetian Red, and I'm going to use the tiniest bit of that. Because remember, with this palette, a little bit goes a long way. I'm just going to use the tiniest bit of that to deepen up the red section of this so that we make sure that the red section really looks red. So that's the top of the cut crease there. Looks pretty cool. I like it. Now we're gonna go ahead and cut the crease. So again, we're going in with that same concealer that we used before. I am taking a very flat synthetic brush and we're gonna start cutting the crease. Okay, that's one eye. The cut crease is good. So I went ahead and set the concealer with a loose translucent setting powder, and then I went ahead and lined my upper waterline with a black eye pencil. All right, so now we move on to the rest of it. So basically what I'm going to do, I mentioned that I was going to do a double cut crease. So basically what that means is I'm going to leave a little bit of negative space, a line of negative space where my, in between my lid colors and the cut crease. So what's basically going to happen is, so the ally flag, you know, has the rainbow in like an A shape, and then the rest of the flag is black and white. So what I'm going to do is this part on the lid is going to be black and white, and I'm gonna try and do it in kind of a halo eye sort of way. So when you do a halo eye, the lightest shade is in the center of the lid, which means the white is going to be in the center of the lid. So the wing portion is going to be black, and then the inner corner portion is going to be black, and the center of the lid is going to be white. So hopefully it works out. So I've got a very, very thin pencil brush, and I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon single eyeshadow in the shade Panther, which is a very pigmented black shade, and this only costs 99 cents. So if you want a budget black eyeshadow, there you go. So I'm taking that thin brush and I'm just going to map out where I want the crease to start. Kind of like doing the opposite of what we did, doing what we did on the top, but going downwards. And again, the same thing with this black as with the colors on the top. Start with a little bit and then add as you go. And then I'm actually going to kind of use this like a winged eyeliner here on the outside edge. But again, that doesn't need to be clean either, because you can go back with a makeup wipe or with concealer and make it clean as well. So now I'm just filling in the black spaces with the black eyeshadow. Okay, so that's what I have for the black right now. Pretty cool so far, I think. And now I'm going to go in with another flat synthetic brush and the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. in Milk, which is just a white kind of cream. I'm gonna use this as the base for my white eyeshadow in the center, just so that it shows up. So I haven't bridged the gap between the black and the white yet. I'm going to do that with the eyeshadow because I don't want to get the cream mixed in too much, and the cream will just help to make the middle of the eyeshadow, the middle of the white, really bright so that it's, you know, that halo eye effect. Alright, so I'm going back into my 35B palette, and I'm actually going to take my finger for this. I'm going into this white shade here. And I'm going to start patting that on. And I'm going to start kind of bridging the gap between the white and the black. I'm just taking a flat brush to help with that area right there between the white and the black, to make sure that I don't have any flesh tones poking through. Alright, and then I'm going back in with that little tiny brush that I used for the black. Make sure I don't lose any of the black. You could choose to make these lines a little bit more blended if you wanted to, between the white and the black, but I kind of like them a little bit more stripey to really convey the flag vibe. Okay, cool. So that's what we have so far. It's kind of a cool look. So I'm just going to take that flat brush that we used for concealer again, and I'm going to very, very carefully go along that line there to make sure it's a nice, sharp, negative space there. Okay, so just to catch you guys up a little bit, my camera battery died, so I had to charge it for a little while. But that's okay, because there was a few things that I wasn't gonna do on camera anyway. So I finished up doing the concealer in between to sharpen up that line. And then I just set that with a little bit of setting powder on that line so it doesn't crease up and smudge up. And then I lined, very, very, very lightly lined my my lash line with some more black eyeliner and eyeshadow. And then I went ahead and did the rest of my face, including my eyebrows. This look is very eye intensive, and I can already tell it's going to be a long video, so I figured I would skip that part since it's pretty much the same all the time. But I will have all of those products that I used on my face listed in the description box below in case you're curious what I'm wearing for foundation and bronzer and blush and all that. But let's go ahead and continue on with the rest of the eyes. We've got the lower lash line left to do. Alright, so as I mentioned before, the lower lash line is going to be the cooler colors, so the blues, the greens, and the purples. I'm dipping back into my Morphe 35B palette, and I'm grabbing a small smudger brush, and I'm taking this shade right here in the upper left, your right hand corner. And that's just going right under the center of my eye here. Keeping it pretty concentrated in the center, but this is probably going to be the most prominent shade. And then I'm just taking a fluffier brush and blending it out a little bit so it's not super harsh. Before I go any further, I just want to line my lower waterline with some white. So I'm going to use that NYX pencil in Milk again. And just go along that with white. That kind of opens up the look a little bit since it's so dark on the top. Yeah, that really helps to open up the eyes a little bit more. Alright. So now I'm going to go in with another really small smudger brush, and I'm taking this bright green shade right here. And that's going on the inner part of the lower lash line. Just a little little pop of green. Then taking a fluffy brush to kind of blend it out a little bit. Just so we get like a little touch of green, and make sure that the green and the blue are blended nicely together. So there we have, that's what we have so far for the lower lash line. All right, and now I'm moving on to purple. Going in with another small smudger brush, and I'm taking this purple, bright purple shade right here. And that's going on the outer corner of the lower lash line and being blended into the liner, or the black on the outer corner. All right, one more thing for the eyes. I just want a little bit of a pop of white in the inner corner just to brighten it up a little bit. So I'm going into my BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel Deluxe palette. I'm taking a flat packing brush and dipping into the white shade here. White shimmery shade. And that's just going right in the inner corner. Alrighty, so this is the finished look. I just popped on some lipstick, just some nude lipstick, so that the eyes were the focus of this look. What do you guys think? I think it turned out super cool. It's definitely not an everyday sort of look, but it's super fun. I think it's very appropriate for Pride. Just a reminder that when you're an ally, Pride is not for you. You can go there and you can have fun, but remember that this is for the people who are members of the LGBTQ community, that you know, we get every other month. Like, let's let them have June. But also remember that being an ally doesn't mean showing up one day out of the year. You have to show up 365 days, 12 months a year to be there for your friends, for the other members of the LGBTQ community. This isn't just about celebrating. It's about being there for them and being supportive and sharing your voice. So let me know what you guys think of this look down in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you think. And I would also love to know if there are any other tutorials or videos that you would like me to do, because I want to do what you want to see. So let me know. Also, share with me your Pride photos, whether it's you at a Pride parade or at some other Pride event, or your Pride makeup. I would love to see your photos, and you can share them with me on Twitter and on Instagram using the hashtag Mackenzie, obviously. As always, I will have all of the products that I used in today's video listed in the description box below for you to find. I will also have a link to my GoFundMe campaign. 100% of those proceeds goes towards making this channel the best it possibly can be for you guys. So if you like my channel and want to help me make it better, please consider donating to that. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at MUBYMackenzie. And if you like this video, please subscribe for more videos like it in the future. That's all I have for today. Happy Pride, everyone, and remember, makeup has no rules. Whether you're gay, straight, cisgender, or transgender, or none of the above, they're all just guidelines. So, you do you, boo-boo. All right, see you next time, everyone. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by my phone. Millennials, right? All right, now for the fun part. It's not a very clean mirror. Whew. My arm is gonna get tired. Need to work out more. Whew. This is gonna be colorful. Well, duh, it's rainbow. Okay, Captain Obvious. And I'm taking that exact same brush in again. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh well, that's where the black's gonna go. Whoops. Oh well. We'll just live with our decisions. Flat brush that we used for concealer again. If I can find it. Where did it go? Where'd my brush go? There it is.